one day I just picked up the guitar and it was the first thing I played. And yeah, that's pretty much
it. It was right before work too. And it was like
I was
2
like
hours late.
2 hours late to work trying to make the song. I was working at Kick and Crab in San Jose. Shout out Kick and Crab. They were hella chill because they knew I made music, so like.
They're like 2 hours late. Yeah. Take another 2 hours.
It was whatever to them. I'm Joseph. I'm a singer-songwriter.
I'm George. I do the creative direction, all the visuals.
I'm Tarek. I do singing and songwriting.
I'm Isaac, and I do the rapping.
I'm Dominic. I produce and I songwrite.
I've been recording myself on like YouTube beats and SoundCloud beats since I was like 12 or whatever. When it came time for high school, I moved over to San Jose, which is where all these guys lived. I was just doing the same thing, and then as they came around more, like they started getting more interested in being around when it came to like recording and stuff and like putting out songs and stuff.
We would just hang out after school, play basketball, like just normal shit. And then just seeing Isaac record and pass out CDs at school and shit was just super inspiring. So like one by one, I would start going to his house, start recording. Joseph would start coming over recording. And then it was really after we graduated high school when Dom started producing. And we started taking it really serious and putting in the hours for a few years. And then once we felt that we were confident enough with the songs that we had stacked up, we thought, all right, I think it's time to like start releasing and put a name behind it. And that's where we found George.
I knew he was the one.
He knew he was the one. And like Isaac asked for some artwork, and George sent like 10 different designs, and like
I offered to pay him, and he did it for free. Without it, it was just beautiful. Beautiful meeting.
It was just art, just trying to create art.
I can't wait for you to come my way. I've been far away, but I'll keep running just to find a way to land. When you love someone, like, you want to do everything in your power to be in their life. Honestly, I would do just about anything. Like, if she lived across the country, like, I would fly over there. If I love her, like, I'm gonna do everything in my power to be with her.
I've been running from it, tired of running from it. Scared of feeling something, now I'm stuck and trying to get up out of this hole. After I heard Joseph's hook, it's kind of like an opposite take. Like he's running towards the girl and the relationship. I'm running from a relationship. I'm running from like that feeling of feeling like I need something or I need somebody. You've been like running from it for so long, you find yourself in this hole that is just hard to get out of because you're just too numb to that feeling of wanting something or wanting somebody. I tried to be strong. I tried to make it work, but I've been feeling too numb. Whenever I've been rejected or been heartbroken, like I try to be strong. Like I try to go through it like it doesn't bother me, but it doesn't really work out like that. You kind of get weaker from it, and like I said, I've been running from it for so long that like you're so numb that you can't even try anymore, and it just doesn't work out anymore. Skies are bleeding on me. Why'd you leave me lonely? Feeling with me stony. We love Post Malone. Post Malone stands. Now I'm stuck and wonder where I ever went wrong. How could I be strong? I'm fighting for your love. When you lose that special someone, you just like, you feel like your world is ending. The girl left him and he just like, probably with no explanation, he just like, hey man, what the heck? He just like stuck there asking all these questions to himself, like, goddamn.
I don't see light in your love anymore. There ain't no reason to pulling the for.
Time passes and you're like, okay, this person who I thought was the greatest person in the world really isn't that cool. And a lot of times people cope with myself cope with their inconveniences with substances and stuff, which leads to the next line, and I don't see reason in pouring a 4. Not a big fan of lean because the promethazine in it makes you too sleepy and you don't really enjoy the high that much, in my personal preference.
I don't like feelings of feeling like running from something and feeling so out of control.
I'm not a big fan of things that are out of your control. And I know you're not supposed to care about things that are out of your control, but when it comes to feelings, it's like, okay, I'm feeling this. There's no way I could change that.
I know that the feelings are gone. I'm spending too much time alone. I'm hoping you pick up the phone and ring me when you wanna stay overnight.
Although you're no longer feeling it anymore and you don't think this person's as cool as they used to be, there's still this sliver of hope that it might work out. So you're like, I'm still hoping you kind of pick up the phone and, ring me when you want to sleep over, because why not? Might as well try to rekindle the spark if you feel like it's going away.
My shoulders right, my baby is all that I want. And I'll play them all of my favorite songs. That lady is my favorite one.
I listen to a lot of songs. If I'm in the car with a bunch of people, I'll play a bunch of songs. But at the end of the day, there's always that one favorite song that you listen to nonstop, basically whenever you can. And that lady was my favorite one.
Ain't never gonna let you go. Got my heart, NASCAR racing, shining, never fading. He just left you hanging.
When I wrote this verse, I was talking about this girl who we started getting feelings for each other, but she was in a relationship with a toxic boyfriend. It was really frustrating at the time, because she knew she was in a toxic relationship and she knew she was getting treated like shit. And she knew, the way I was treating her was, making a positive light in her life. But in this instance, it never happened between us.
Feeling for your love, I'll wait there for the waiting. Give you what you need, take you where you want.
I'm the type to try to give everything to the person I love, no matter how hard it is. I'll always put them first. I think I learned that from my mom because, growing up, she would always tell me to not be a selfish person. Always give to others and, always provide love for everyone because it'll always come back to you.
Can feel it when we're all alone. Know you wanted something more. My heart is like an open door. Just ring me when you wanna go.
I was willing to open my heart, let my guard down for her. Women are savages. They would fuck me over and it just put me in that position to where I had to put my guard up. I had to make sure the girl is the right one for me.
I'll wait till you're home. Hold a place till you're coming home.
When you find someone special, home is always with them. Doesn't matter where it is. You guys could be anywhere. As long as you're with them, it feels like you're at home. It's just a feeling that you get from that person that you want to keep it special. You want to keep the home for them, I guess.
Show you where the garden grows. Just ring me when you wanna go.
Being a younger guy, I obviously have less life experience. They're 2.5 years older than me, so I know a little less, and I'm okay with that because I'm learning from their mistakes and their past incidences where they're older brothers to me, I guess, and I appreciate them and I love them, and they help me out in things and they help me be a better person for myself.
I like hugging Tarek. He's probably my favorite Rascal to hug.